Michigan High School state final game. Today it's the Muskegon Catholic Central Crusaders at 10-2 against the Galesburg-Augusta Rams at 11-1. Hi everybody, Tom Duke along with Benny Cooley, and it's a tale of two different towns and two different football teams. The Galesburg-Augusta Rams and 40th year head coach Bill Maskell were not expected by many to be at this point in the Silverdome for this title game. On the other hand, Muskegon Catholic Central at 10-2, an independent team. Yes, they've had a good year, been rated highly most of the season in Class C. But Benny Cooley, the big story, though, today is Bill Maskell. His 40th year, 34 of those at Galesburg-Augusta as the head coach, 272 career wins, the dean of coaches in Michigan.
And the first time ever in Pontiac, the first time he's ever had a chance to bring a team here to the state finals. And, of course, there's some hinting around that perhaps we are witnessing the final game that Bill Maskell will coach. There's a lot of talk that he may indeed retire after this year. No one has won more games than Bill Maskell, 272 wins. He won 4 mythical state titles before the playoff system began. He's had 6 teams in the playoffs. And right now his team is playing with a lot of that pent-up desire and heart, and they want to bring the big prize home to Mr. Maskell.
That's the green and gold of Muskegon Catholic Central on your screen, and they are a formidable opponent, Denny. And looking down the roster, the biggest guy probably is the big 6'4" end, the guy that's been sought after by numerous Division I college schools. That's Rob Vanderleest.
Yeah, he's 6'4", he goes 250, and a lot of Division I schools, as you mentioned, are looking at him, namely U of M, Michigan State, Colorado, the Buffaloes. They may even pick him up, you never know. But he goes both ways. He's an all-state defensive tackle and also has done a whale of a job at the tight end position, picking up 85 yards on 6 catches, but a big 85 yards in some key situations through the games this year. Also 4 for 4 in field goals, including a 45-yard field goal he had earlier on this year. So he can do a lot of things to damage you.
Muskegon Catholic Central wins the opening coin flip. They decline. Galesburg-Augusta will get the ball to start this ball game. And on offense, the question is who the quarterback will be to start today. Will it be, of course, David Lemian, who has been starting in the postseason, or will they go back to their starter for most of the season, that being Jamie Skidmore, the junior? I guess we'll find out in moments.
Lemian has done a whale of a job throughout the playoffs, and of course the come-from-behind wins that Galesburg has orchestrated both on their home field. In the playoffs, they came from behind to beat Dansville and then to beat Schoolcraft. And there are some people who feel that maybe that Schoolcraft game was the measure of how tough a team that they have to beat.
Muskegon Catholic will kick out of that eastern end zone, which they will defend to start this first quarter. Galesburg moving left to right across the page on your screen as they'll tee it up at the 40-yard line. Your officials for this ball game, the head referee James Hefner of Kalamazoo, umpire Charles Bell also of Kalamazoo, linesman Gerald Tepstra of Byron Center, line judge Thomas Honeysett of Plainwell, and back judge Kenneth Page of Jackson. And big 87, Rob Vanderleest to kick it off. It's a low bounding kick, picked up at the 28-yard line by number 9, Jamie Skidmore. So we see the junior on special teams to start the ball game. He's got it up to the 35-yard line.
And Vanderleest starts things right off as he makes the tackle down at the 30-yard line to get the defense going, so to speak, for the Crusaders. And now we'll get our first look here at the Rams of Galesburg-Augusta.
Galesburg 11-1 on the season, the only miscue in the 4th week, a 34-21 loss to Delton Kellogg. On first down, the pitch out is to number 44, Rick Tyson. He'll go nowhere. That's big 75 back there. Dan Zarimbra.
And here he comes. Zarimbra read this thing like the proverbial good book. Big loss on the play, using every pound of his 185-pound frame for the big loss. Going to bring about a 2nd and 15 for the Rams.
And Tyson is down after that hard hit. A loss of 5 back to the 30-yard line. And I guess our question was answered on the first play from scrimmage as number 10, David Lemian, the 5'8", 145-pound senior, gets the starting quarterback nod for Bill Maskell. up off the field by the trainers to a big round of applause from some of the Galesburg fans who have come east in good number for this Class C title game. And that's a guy, hopefully, for them that they'll see back in the lineup. Lemieux under center and quarterback. They'll go out of the power I this time with a split out to the right. Handoff to the right man, the slap back. Very little, if any, yardage. That time around for 24, Jamie Curtis.
Pat Jackson on the stop for Catholic. You'll see that they play a tight line defensively, and what I mean by that is they stack the defensive linemen pretty much on top of another. The linebackers play close, and you're not quite sure if they are indeed going to blitz or they're going to drop back.
So our first possession play of today's ball game, 3rd and still about 15 for the GA Rams. In motion, number 28, there's flags on the play. He might have been offsides. It's a sack. All 5 Rams were back there to put the hit onto David Lemieux. And I think Jason Meadows might have, who was in motion, might have came offsides as he cut it up the field too quick.
And it will be the call against Galesburg. And the Catholic faithful like that one as, again, Zarimba with a huge hit. And again, here's what we're talking about. You're not quite sure what they're going to do. If everybody's going to come at you, or they're going to drop back. This time, they come forward. And a lot of green and gold coming across the line. Punting situation now for Galesburg.
Now to do it, Pat Sullivan, number 21, drops back to his 10-yard line. It's off a nice booming kick. Number 32, back at the 45-yard line, brings it ahead across the 50. And that's where Muskegon Catholic Central takes over for their first series of downs in this first quarter. 1st and 10 in Galesburg territory at the 49.
And we'll get our first look, too, Tommy, at Andy Riegler, 3-year starter on the offense for Muskegon Catholic, 17 yards, 17 rushing touchdowns on the season, and 264 yards on the ground.
Triple set back in the backfield. That could be a call. Sure enough, the quarterback, Andy Riegler, moved that left foot back in motion, and there will be a procedure call. And there is the signal. They'll back him up 5 yards. Looked like some confusion that time, Denny, on a first down call.
I'm not so sure he could hear himself, to be honest with you. One of those types of things. He stepped off right away, and the center could not hear him. The crowd is really getting into this thing. Excellent crowd for this ball game.
Again, 3 men at the backfield. A keeper this time around the left end. And not much running room. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Number 6, Jason Meek, the defensive back, in there to put his arms around Andy Riegler. It is 2nd and 15.
We'll see what kind of toll this takes on Galesburg-Augusta. Again, they're small in numbers. Only 23 have dressed for the ball game. Conversely, for Muskegon Catholic, you have 40 kids dressed, so you've got a lot of kids for GA. They're going to go both ways, and we'll see how tired they get in the ball game today.
Green and gold on 2nd and 15. The motion 24, Bob Coyne. Option play. Good for some yardage. Tommy Scott got the pitch and gets it back across midfield past the original line of scrimmage for a pickup of about 7 yards, maybe 8. Good shot out of that high above the end zone. 3rd and 8 coming up for Muskegon Catholic Central. 8 minutes, 38 seconds. We've played almost 3.5 of this first quarter. We are scoreless, Galesburg-Augusta and Muskegon Catholic. And a 3rd down and 8. Here come those Crusaders. Play action and tossing it over the head of the intended receiver, number 30, Chris Martinez, was Riegler that time. 4th down, and Muskegon Catholic will have to punt.
I think Martinez just lost the play himself, Tommy. As we see here the play unfolding before us, Riegler with, again, nice play action fake. And rolls back now, and he's going to dump this off to Martinez on the right side, who doesn't turn around quite quick enough to pick up the football.
And, you know, looking at
there
that picture, yeah, it took him a long time just to get a couple of feet away for the pass.
And the ball was overthrown as well.
High punt, a booming one, goes into the end zone, and it will stay there for a touchback. Galesburg comes back out 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line with 8:06 to play in the first quarter, scoreless in the Class C title game.
We've talked about Bill Maskill. Mike Holmes in his 3rd year as head coach and his 2nd trip to the playoffs for the Crusaders of Muskegon Catholic. Played his football at Hackett Catholic Central in Kalamazoo and did not play a regular season game against Galesburg, but to play some tough scrimmages. We'll talk about that as time passes.
On 1st down, Tyson, who seems to be all right after he went down with the injury on the first possession of Galesburg, gets dropped for no gain.
And a big hit over here on the left side of the line near the 23-yard line as we see Tyson trying to get some open ground here. He's got some good blocking out in front of him, and there's just a good, solid, textbook tackle right there by Keith Barovic. Knocks him down to the 18-yard line.
This time, Galesburg drops into the eye behind the quarterback, Lemian. He drops back, rolls to his left, looking downfield for an open man. He's got him, and dropping it is Jason Meek at the 32-yard line. Would have had a 1st down, but got popped, and Meek is slow to get up.
Paul Zambita with the perfectly timed hit right here. This is what they teach. Tosses it up, and a nice pass for the intended receiver, and you see Zambita coming into the play, number 33, football collision, incompletion.
That's one you feel for a little while. 3rd down, and still staring at 10 are Galesburg. Well, that was kind of a strange formation this time, and it's a reverse. Number 28, Jason Meadows, tries the left end, now cuts it back up. And that is it. Good pursuit by the entire line of Muskegon Catholic Central. They will force another punt.
Well, one thing, Muskegon Catholic, right now, they're taking Galesburg out of their game. They're not letting Meadows or Tyson be able to do the things that they want to do. And again, it's that swarming defense. Everybody packed up on the front line. They're doing a wonderful job defensively.
So Pat Sullivan will have to come on again to kick it away. And Paul Zambita. Now we're going to get a timeout called before this kick. And then, you know, we were talking about before the broadcast and before we went on the air, you were saying about what it means for having a guy like Maskill on the sideline and what it can do to maybe fire you up. You hate to use the cliche win one for the Gipper, but it almost is like that, isn't it?
It almost applies, and especially when you look at it's like David and Goliath almost when you look at the numbers out there. Again, there's 24 players dressed to play football today here for Galesburg against 40 for Muskegon Catholic, and a lot of these guys you're going to see in the offense as well as the defense today, but they're fired up, and I think that Schoolcraft game did an awful lot for the football program at Galesburg overall, and I think it did an awful lot this year for them to get them this far.
And it's unbelievable also what we heard in talking to some of the other people from around Galesburg's area that that program could be in danger following this season.
Well, again, you've got 24 dressed, 21 of them are seniors.
And no JV team this year.
Right.
So it's kind of up in the air as Sullivan drops back to his 10-yard line and get this one off. No rush as they'll set up the blocks for the return. Zambibra back at the 44-yard line, gets up across midfield with a good tackle there. Again, Jason Meek to haul him down, but not until he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Again, excellent field position to start for Muskegon Catholic Central.
We've talked about the Catholic defense. The Galesburg defense has played with a lot of intensity, and that I wonder if it's going to be a big factor later on in the ball game, just because of the wind factor, the ability to be able to perform both ways. Again, Meek with a fine tackle to knock him out of bounds at the 48.
So another chance for senior quarterback Andy Riegler. On first down, a pitch out, quick pitch to the right side, and again, good coverage as number 84, Joe Coyne, wrapped up after a pickup of maybe a yard, and that's pushing it.
And the pitch right side, and entering your picture will be Rusty Smith for the Rams of Galesburg-Augusta to make the big stop. There he kind of grabs him around the waist, brings him down.
Excuse me, that was number 5, Tommy Scott, who got the carry that time. We'll try the left side this time for some decent yardage. That's number 35, Jason Eichhorst, who gets it down near the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 6. 3rd and 3, staring Muskegon in the face.
Number 35 there, one of those all-purpose guys. We talked about him, over 800 yards, 11 touchdowns through the 12 games thus far. He's going to get the football a lot today, I got to believe.
And don't those uniforms look so much like Notre Dame, I'll tell you. Maybe a miniature Notre Dame. Pitch out quickly to the right side. Zimbibra turns it back up, has a first down and more inside the 35. And he's not cut down until he gets to the 31 of Galesburg.
That's a big play. That's a big play right there for Muskegon Catholic Central. As we see, it's just everything pushing right, and again, he'll get the good block, too, right out in front. Trying with the pursuit there is Schmidt, and he won't have a chance. Sheds a second tackler right there. Again, good block as he comes into the play.
And Tommy Scott gets the call on first down, turns the corner, and will not make it into the end zone. He's hauled out at the 1 by Jason Meek. A pickup of 30 yards and another first down for Muskegon Catholic Central. And they're a yard from going out on top of this ball game with 4:50 to play, and the first quarter was still scoreless. Tommy Scott, 5'8" and just a sophomore, a little guy at 150, but he turns a big play. On first down, Galesburg tries to start what they hope is a goal line stand on first down. Number 35 gets it, Jason Eichhorst. No gain, maybe a half a yard, that's about it.
Boy, what a play Jason Meek made a couple of plays ago to save the touchdown. That's about the 3rd big tackle he's made already in this ball game. And there you see the football, 1 yard away from pay dirt.
Good shot from that camera right near the goal line. Here it is, and tripped up, going to be short again. He did not make it.
Tommy, it looks like his knee touches just before he breaks the plane of the end zone. As we watch it, he's coming across. There he hits the ground, and he sneaks across. So he's going to be right down to the goal line.
3rd and still a yard, maybe a yard and a half now. And I'll tell you, a Meek saving tackle, how often does it happen that if you keep a guy out of the end zone, good things will come? We'll see. A 3rd and goal. 3 men in the backfield, 1 in motion. Quarterback keeper, and no, sir. Number 72, Chris Schmidt, the senior, at 215 pounds and 5'10", has his arms all over the quarterback, Riegler, who didn't even have time, Danny, really to set up.
Schmidt just nails him right here. Never had a chance to unfold, as you mentioned, and he turns around, and there is Chris Schmidt right there to meet him, and wasn't about to let go. Skidmore comes in to help out. And now they're back to the 4-yard line. 4th down. Here we go.
And they will go for it on a 4th and goal. Backfield trying to get set, and they won't do it in time. We got an official's timeout, or is Galesburg going to call one?
This might be Catholic.
It's going to be an official timeout,
okay.
I guess. A equipment problem, possibly?
I thought Riegler had trouble hearing things down there, and maybe he was coming over, but it will be an official's timeout, and he's looking at the helmet, Andy Riegler's helmet. And now the timeout by Muskegon Catholic. No score, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and we have seen a little of everything. We're in the middle of one of those classic goal line stands right now, and it's been good football, back and forth.
Some great defense here right at the goal line, and you mentioned right after Meek made the play, it was a great play, saving from behind. He drug him down, threw him out of bounds at the 1. And again, we say, how often does it come back to haunt the team that can't quite make it into the end zone? It seems like more than enough.
Well, so far in this drive, they've run every weapon at Galesburg-Augusta, and the Rams have answered the call. Even tried the quarterback keeper, and that did not work, a play that I wasn't expecting either because of the two gentlemen you have out of the backfield, and Eichhorst and Vidal. But again, we're going to see a big fourth down play here. They're going to take it to the 4th-yard line. I got to believe they're still going to go for it. Obviously, we'll find out in just a mere moment, but...
Well, their kicker is Rob Vanderleest, the All-Stater, number 87. And from what they tell us, he is a good one. So we'll see maybe after the timeout if Mike Holmes has changed his strategy, but it doesn't look like it. It's trotting out on the field again, Andy Riegler.
You see Vanderleest out there, but again, offensively, he is at the tight end spot. And what a blocking back that he would be for you.
And what a key play this is coming up on 4th and goal here in the first quarter with a scoreless ball game. In motion, Tommy Scott, number 5. Now he'll set back. They'll move it out of the power I. Riegler, fake handoff. He's going to keep it on the end around, and he won't make it.
Well, how do you like your football? Here you go. Big goal line stand and a big play defensively, Jason Meadows. And Riegler just spins the bootleg, and there's no question he's going to keep this thing all the way, tucks it away. And now it's a matter of trying to get in there or not, and watch the hit put on by Meadows right there, and also brought down by some other friends as well. Jason Meek, he's been all around the football defensively. The Rams at their 1.
And that play did not fool Galesburg at all. Everybody in pursuit going to that left side. On first down, Tyson, there's a flag right at the goal line as Tyson comes off right tackle for about 3 yards up to the 4. So it's 99 yards to pay dirt, and a little farther now as they will back Galesburg up half the distance.
And you're running out of room to do that. Motion call against Galesburg-Augusta. No score in this one. The Muskegon Catholic Crusaders had an excellent drive going. A long play, of course, took them down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal from the 2. 4 plays could not get in the end zone. And a defensive stand like that goes a long way for a team like Galesburg.
And maybe kind of surprisingly here, Muskegon going to refuse that penalty. So they'll give them the gain of 3 up to the 4-yard line. I guess they'd take the loss of down and 3 yards rather than backing them up a half a yard, which I guess kind of makes sense if you think of it in the long run. But it is 2nd and 7 for Galesburg. Out to the right this time, number 84, Rusty Smith. Straight up the middle, and too much green and gold.
And again, it's that front line that we've been talking about defensively. It's going to be very tough for Tyson or Meadows to go right through the heart of that defensive line, especially with a felon like Rob Vanderleest kind of hulking over everything. You see him down there, number 87, and he's a big fella.
Paul Zimmerman on that last carry for just a half a yard. 3rd and a long 6. Rick Tyson turns the right corner for a couple of yards up near the 8. But he'll be 3 yards shy of that first down, and Galesburg will have to punt it again.
And Tyson now cutting off to his right, makes a nice cut back in and slowed down by the wave of green and gold, and Vanderleest leading the charge right there. He was slowed up before Vanderleest hit him by Greg Shunta.
If anything is rung true in this first quarter, Muskegon can play some defense. They got some guys out there that can hit you. And Galesburg likewise, they've done a good job. And it's kind of funny because when you look at the scores of both of these teams during this 1990 season, some high-powered offense, some big-time scores rung up. Sullivan back in his end zone, about 5 yards deep to kick it away. Actually, Jason Meadows going to punt it this time. And at the 39-yard line, a fair catch signaled for by Jason Tester. And with 58 seconds to play in the first quarter with a scoreless ball game, Muskegon Catholic Central takes back over. So 3 punts by Galesburg, and each time Catholic Central has come up with the ball in Ram territory. Haven't been able to do it. Maybe something here. Tommy Scott dodges a couple men, plays tippy-toe down to the 32-yard line. Spotted closer to the 33, pickup of 6.
Jamie Skidmore on the stop for the Rams of Galesburg-Augusta. You know, these two offenses very close. They've averaged right around 31 points per game each game they've played. But the defense, well, that's another story we'll get into in a moment.
Rams showing blitz, and through the line, making the initial surge was 79, Brian Weschler. And number 35, Jason Eichhorst, will get nothing on that play. Maybe lost a half a yard.
You'll see here he's slowed down just a bit and gets his traction back there, and then finally the hit by Kirk Juergens to slow him down. 3rd down and 3 coming up now for the Crusaders, and that is the end of the first quarter.
After one from the Silverdome in Pontiac, this Class C title game, Muskegon Catholic Central nothing, Galesburg-Augusta nothing.
Tommy, we were talking about Mike Holmes, the head coach of Muskegon Catholic. He's in his 3rd year as a head coach at Muskegon. He played for Hackett Catholic in Kalamazoo, and back in those days, they weren't a member of the Kalamazoo Valley Association, which is also a member, of course, where Galesburg-Augusta plays their football. So Mike Holmes never played against Bill Maskill years ago. This was back in 1970, but he did play in a regular game, but he did play against him in a preseason scrimmage in his junior and senior year, and I'm told that those were more intense than the actual games were themselves. And of course, those days, Hackett was playing against a River Rouge and Mona Shores and those schools, likened to Class A football, a little bit tougher schedule than they have today. But the Galesburg games, and of course it was because of Soyson and Maskill going back and forth, the rivalry there, they used to really get into it and come out of it feeling like they were in a real war.
That is the iron, I think, with Dick Soyson, the head coach of Hackett Catholic Central. On 3rd down, Tommy Scott weaves his way out of bounds, but he has a first down, a pickup of 6 down close to the 26-yard line. 27 is where they'll spot it, but good enough for another Catholic Central first down. It expanded on that with Soyson, of course, as you mentioned, with Holmes playing under him. He's now coaching against the dean of Michigan high school coaches, and he played under the second guy, so... And of course, Soyson retiring.
Yeah, he made that official the 8th week of the season.
Riegler will keep it on first down, cuts it back, breaks a tackle, and again it's Meek to drive him out of bounds at the 13.
This guy has been every place tonight. Jason Meek. We have a flag on that play. Jason Meek has made so many key tackles as it's going to go against Catholic. A hold. As you see Andy Riegler talking it over with his teammates. Referees mark this one off and spot it down at the 34-yard line.
So the Rams dodge a bullet there. So mark it from the spot of the foul at the 24-yard line. So first and about 17. Passing situation on first down over the head of number 33, Paul Zambida.
The pass just slightly overthrown. David Lemian doing some good defense over here, staying close to his man like they tell you to. And as you see, he's just off of his man. Here's Lemian entering your picture right now, and the ball just a tad overthrown to the intended receiver down there, Zimbada.
So it is 2nd and 17. Ball on the right hash. Again, power eye behind Riegler, the senior quarterback. The option play, Riegler will have to keep it. Breaks one tackle, but not the second. He's got a yard out of it, maybe 2, to the 32-yard line. And a 3rd and 15 situation. Scoreless game, 11 and 15 the clock moving, second quarter. Galesburg never won a state title under Bill Maskell, a mythical state championship, a couple of those before the playoffs started in Michigan, but never a state title. And the Galesburg fans are on the feet for the defense across the way. Riegler rolls out to his right. He'll have to keep it again. Cuts it back. Nice move. He's at the 20, looking for the first down, and he's got it to the 21-yard line. And the cheers shift from one side to below us as the Catholic Central fans are up. A beautiful move that time by the quarterback.
I tell you, this is a study in just sheer athletic ability by Andy Riegler. As you see him still looking for the receiver, can't find him. Now he knows he has to do this on his own. He cuts back, gets a big block right there, and he's going to just take off right here. Cutting back across the field, sticks the arm out there, and is dragged down, but a fine run.
And on first down, Tommy Scott turns the corner. He's got another first down, pushed out at about the 5. Pickup of about 12. And it is 1st and goal for Muskegon Catholic Central, who once again threatened to break the scoreless deadline.
Going to see Tommy Scott check out on this play to catch his breath a little bit. First down at the 6-yard line.
Well, Galesburg came up with a stand before. It's just a keeper around the right end. And untouched into the end zone, cutting it back in, Andy Riegler from 5 yards out. And Muskegon Catholic Central is on the board with 10 minutes and 11 seconds to play in the second quarter. The extra point will come as Rob Vanderleest will get a chance to put his foot into it off the hold from Andy Riegler.
We saw him kicking in practice before the game and booming some long ones. Now just has to be a short one, and does not work.
Straightaway kicker and partially blocked by number 76, Pete Avis. So timeout on the field with 10 minutes and 11 seconds to play in second quarter. The Crusaders 6, the Rams nothing.
Here's the touchdown again for Muskegon Catholic. Everything going to the right as you see the blocking, and there's some good blocking right up there, creating that wall. And again, also the outside wall as Riegler is just going to run around this thing. Key block right there as Rusty Smith pushed out from Galesburg-Augusta. He'll cut back and dive forward. He's close enough now. He knows he's within at least the 2-yard line. He can cut back against the grain, and still just that forward motion is going to get him to that nice blue area that these players want to get to.
All decked out just for the playoffs, of course. Over the Lion emblem, and the MHSAA, of course, with their big gold insignia in both of the end zone. So we go close to 14 minutes without a score, but Muskegon Catholic on a nice drive after Galesburg-Augusta's 3rd straight punt of the ball game. Vanderleest his foot into it, touches number 35 at the 35, but again, there's Johnny on the spot, Jason Meek, to play save the day for Galesburg. He's got it up for a decent return up near the 36-yard line.
Bob Coyne in on the stop for the Crusaders, who crack onto the scoreboard first in this one. And now the Rams have to start things off doing that from their own 37-yard line.
Galesburg just trying to get some sort of offensive flow going here and sustain it for a little while. Give the defense a break. Pitch out right side. Rick Tyson gets those feet moving and gets across midfield. One man to beat. He won't do it. Falls loose at the 35, but no. They're going to call him down at the 35-yard line. Very, very close.
Oh, that is a big, big play for the Rams. And we'll get a chance to see this here in just a couple of moments. Oh, a big play. All right. It's going to be the first down for Muskegon Catholic. And they ruled that he was indeed down.
Very close.
Before the fumble. Again, it's the old adage, the ground cannot cause the fumble. That's what the referees indeed indicated.
Pickup of about 24 yards for Rick Tyson before he's brought down. Fake reverse. Dropping back and off balance throw that time. A wobbly one from Lemian, and it falls incomplete. Looking for Meek right near the Galesburg bench at the 30-yard line.
Well, a play like that, too, Tom, can be the breath catcher for Galesburg-Augusta. They've come down the field in a hurry here and also playing a lot of defense as well, these fellas. This will give them a chance to just catch a blow, so to speak, come back to the huddle, call the plays, know exactly where they want to go with this thing. They're 35 yards away from the end zone. They want to make this one count. The first big drive that Galesburg has had so far.
It's a tight formation, 3 backs behind Lemmy, and handoff goes to Tyson again. Number 44 has it down to the 31 for a pickup of 4. It is 3rd and a long 6 to come for the Rams.
.8:45 to go. Second period. 6-0. Muskegon Catholic leading Galesburg-Augusta.
Power eye this time. Everybody crunched up at that line. Rick Tyson off right tackle. And you can see not nearly enough for a first down. Does get it inside the 30 to the 28. Still 3.5 yards short. And decision time for 40th year head coach Bill Maskill.
Coach Maskill has so many plays up his sleeve. 40 years, I think you're going to keep a couple of them, you know?
Yeah, that playbook is, he's telling us before the game, it's too big to bring on the field anymore. 4th down, they will go. Dropping back, Lemian. Pressured, gets it away, and intended for Meek, but he was 10 yards away from it. It drops out of the range of balls, and Vida's try for an interception.
Well, Tom, the defense did its job here. They kept the receiver to the inside, as we'll see. Meek never had a chance to get outside of the football, as the defense just kept him in check, almost like triple coverage. You see 1, 2, 3 green shirts down there, and kept Meek to the inside or toward the middle of the field.
So on downs, Muskegon Catholic Central with the football back. And on first down, some running room on his horse. Jason Eichhorst across midfield. Now stops, changes directions, picks up another 5 all the way to the 36-yard line.
He made a wonderful cut and had some speedy Rams, or else this might have been 6 points. And here he goes. He's off to the races right here from the 35. And look at this cut right there. He'll change directions and run smack into the path of a couple of Rams. Otherwise, there was nobody behind Jamie Skidmore.
28 yards for Eichhorst, and Tommy Scott caught in the backfield. He's going to be dropped for a loss. Number 28, Jason Meadows, for the loss of 3.
And again, with the ground game, we're seeing a fast game, rapidly moving here.
Just a little over 35 minutes old, and we're at the 6:50 mark. The clock continues to move in the second quarter of a 6-0 ball game. Muskegon on top and with the football. A keeper, nothing fancy. Riegler has a first down before he is buried into the Galesburg bench. Gets to the 33-yard line.
See Coach Maskill firing up his troops down there. Guys are playing some tough defense, but the Catholic Crusaders, they just keep pounding away at that left side, actually right side of the defense, left side offensively, and they just keep pounding away over there.
7 yards on the carry, 3rd and 6. Galesburg needs a stop here. Showing blitz. And Riegler rolls to his right, gets some pressure, rolls out of it, tipped, almost intercepted by a big 67 over there. And 87 a chance to grab it. That's Rob Vanderleest, the tight end.
Jamie Skidmore also doing some swooping over there, so to speak, to work for the defense for Galesburg-Augusta. 4th down and 6. They're at the Galesburg 32 as the Crusaders bring it up to the line.
Here we go. 4th down, they'll go for it again. And looking to turn the corner, but just not enough room there. And there's a flag back at the 35-yard line. See what that's all about. If it's against Muskegon, Galesburg will get the football back on downs.
I'm not quite sure. We may see a hold on this. It's, again, not enough yardage for the 1st down. Indication is it's going to go against the Crusaders.
The preliminary signal from James Hefner, the head referee. There it is. The Rams refuse it, and the Maroon and Gold have the football back with 6:25 to play in the 2nd quarter from Pontiac. 6-0 Muskegon Catholic Central, the Class C title game. One of 8 games being played over this holiday weekend.
And the Ram in front of the band.
First and 10. It's an unbalanced line. Meadows to the right side, but boy, you just can't see an opening there. A yard, that'll be it. 5 Crusaders over there to meet him.
That shot of the Galesburg band, we had the chance to see them come into the Silverdome, and it's always neat whenever you see teams come in here or bands come in here for the first time, their eyes as big as saucers. Man, they made it to the dome. It's really neat, you know, and they're eating up every minute of it, and they should.
A very impressive moment when you walk into this cavernous stadium. For the first time, or every time, really. Under pressure, Lemian gets it away, throws it right into Bill Maskill, and Bill is just too old to be eligible at this point.
Incompletion on the coach over there, I guess, as he's trying to get rid of it. Lemian goes to his right.
He wanted no part of it.
And it goes right to the coach, and he bats it away. He was a defender. He never played offense, I guess. He batted it away.
3rd down and 9 coming up for Galesburg. And a little comic relief never hurts on the bench, especially when you're down 6-0. Comes Galesburg trying to convert on this 3rd down. Tyson takes the pitch, turns the left corner, and he's got the 1st down with a 2nd effort. Beautiful run, 10 yards for Rick Tyson up to the 43-yard line.
Dragging green and gold all the way through that run. It was a thing of beauty. Tyson, left side, and here it comes right before you. There's one guy that can't grab him. Another tackle that will be missed right here, but we'll slow Tyson down, and that'll give him a chance to stretch out enough for the 1st down. Big pickup to the 42.
Pat Jackson, number 70, had the beat on him, but at 6'4", 220, you know, it's Murphy's Law that he's not going to catch Tyson at 6'1", 175. 1st and 10. Some motion on the line. Now we get a flea flicker after the pass up across midfield for an extra 3 yards. Tyson got the pitch back, and Maskill comes out with his trick playbook.
And I think each coach over there has one. You have so many coaches over there for Galesburg-Augusta. That's how he brings the plays in. But watch, again, this is a design play. The screen pass across the middle. This frees up the other back. The pitch goes right here, and the design is to just kind of catapult the back into the secondary, but it was covered very nicely right there by Catholic Central. In on the stop, Zambita.
Meadows again with the pitch back. He's bedded in a lot of the play calls today. Paul Zimmerman gets the call On second down, he'll lose a yard or two back inside their own territory. Galesburg now just inside the 50. 3rd and 4.
The Rams could not convert a third down play in the first quarter. 3 tries, could not try one, could not convert one. We'll see how they do right here.
Here it is, out of the eye. Dropping back, straight 5 yards to throw, over to the right side, complete, and a first down. Number 84, Rusty Smith. The 5'10", 150-pound junior makes the grab and then heads out of bounds.
And the big play right here, the first third down conversion of the day for Galesburg. Nice reception, and Vince Bisson in on the tackle.
Well, Galesburg keeps it moving, but so does the clock. 3 and 15 and ticking. First half of this Class C 1990 state title game from the Silverdome. 6-0 Muskegon Catholic on top, but Galesburg driving. On first down, little yardage there. Jason Meadows, the ball carrier.
And again, Tommy, that's not a bad play for the breath catcher that we had talked about. They're not going to get much yardage on a play like that, but it's going to give the Rams a chance to collect themselves a little bit and come out strong here on second down and 9.
Smith to the right. 2 men to the left. Showing pass, but pitching to the left. Rick Tyson hit back there once, but he can't break another tackle, and a turnover. Stripping it away, number 42, Jason Tester. First turnover of the ball game goes against Galesburg.
Here's Tyson, breaks a tackle. Now he is brought down. Tester, as we saw, and brought down right there and bobbles free. Fine tackle right there, as we mentioned, by Jason Tester. And the fumble, and the Rams, or the Crusaders, have the football.
1st and 10 in Galesburg territory again. They've started every possession there. Good yardage. At least 8, maybe 9 for Jason Eichhorst, the 6'1" sophomore. He'll play 2 more years for head coach Mike Holmes. Approaching the mythical high school 2-minute warning and going beyond it now. Crusaders with the 6-point lead and the football back. Ziegler again. The call is for Eichhorst to try to get the first down. I believe he's got it.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close, but I think he's going to get the kind spot, otherwise known as forward progress.
First down.
Riegler seems to have the athletic ability to orchestrate a 2-minute drill, and he's also got the horses back there, and we'll see how their receivers are. We haven't had a chance to really see the receivers that well. Catholic will take a timeout right here. Again, it's 6-0. Crusaders leading the Rams. Muskegon Catholic on top of Galesburg-Augusta. And this game is still the coin toss right here.
Yeah, Galesburg's doing just enough to keep in this one here in the first half. His defensive coordinator out of the field to talk things over. And it's a good point you made about the quarterback, Riegler. Very agile. Seems to make the right moves, too. As you said, just as this one was starting to get underway, he started for 3 years. And when you get that kind of experience, what, 21, 22 games coming into this season, you're bound to make the right moves.
Well, Andy Riegler has accounted for 27 touchdowns this year. He's rushed for 17. He's passed for 10 of them. 256 yards in the air. But again, it's been a lot of the running game coming up this year. We see Bill Maskill, the legendary head coach of Galesburg-Augusta, and his team trailing 6-0 with 1:44 to go in the second quarter.
To his left there with the glasses was Alex Forrester, the athletic director, and one of the assistant coaches, one of many for the Rams. First down, Muskegon Catholic Central. And for the 3rd straight time after the turnover, Eichhorst gets the carry. This time he's tripped up after a pickup of 2.
Galesburg's defense keying on the run, of course, right now. 1:21 to go, first half.
And by my count, I believe Muskegon Catholic with 1 timeout remaining in this first half. Back to throw. Oh, having a chance for it to intercept it, Rusty Smith that time. But his back was to the quarterback. He couldn't see what was going on.
Good execution here by Riegler. Intended receiver Damon Armstrong just a touch underthrown. Again, nice pass, but you'll see Armstrong is just a couple of yards downfield of the pass and also just a little bit behind the pattern. And again, the free safeties back there doing their job.
Third and 8. Clock stops after the incompletion with 1:06 to play. Now it's moving again. Little screen pass and dropping it. Number 30, wide open, Chris Martinez, the senior, but he drops it at the 36. 4th down coming up for Muskegon. More than likely they'll go for it.
Riegler lays it right to him, and bless his heart, right to him. Just couldn't quite hang on to it.
Says, Mom, I'm making the highlights tonight if I can hang out of that one, but not on that play. There'll be other chances. 4th down, play action. Back to pass, open, number 42, and it just goes off Jason Tessner's hand, who's already made a couple of big plays in this first half. That could have been his biggest one, but it falls safely incomplete.
Just off the fingertips, Tommy, and again, a perfectly thrown pass. Tester couldn't quite hang on to it. Again, there it is, the little rainbow. Over the shoulder, catch, attempt, and just off the fingertips. Couldn't quite put the eyes and the hands together, as often does happen in the sport of football.
So we'll see what the mindset of Coach Bill Maskell is of the Rams at this moment. 53 seconds to play at their own 36-yard line. Galesburg trailing, but possibly some time. Draw play. Tyson stuffed up. As he goes straight up the middle, he'll lose a yard, maybe more.
As they set the ball at the 35-yard line, clock continues to roll. 33 seconds left in the first half. Probably one more play remaining here.
No question about it. In this first half, simply Galesburg's defense keeping them in this ball game. A goal line stand early in the game, and they force a down turnover moments ago. Tyson again this time finds a little running room up across the 35 to the 39. They'll start the clock up again. 2 seconds. 1. We've played 24 minutes and the first half of this Class C title game from the Silverdome. Muskegon Catholic Central on top of Galesburg, 6-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you hear this thing keep walking off?
Is that what that was?
Yeah, it fell off twice.
I don't know what that was. Oh, you did put it, yeah. One thing that I found, you're like, well, that guy, you got a couple of
With the spirit of GA, we're the Galesburg-Augusta High School Ram Marching Band with field commanders Renee Donathan and Rick Welch. The band will perform Infinity and Children of Sanchez, featuring trumpet soloist Dan Carpenter and Debbie Alatello. Galesburg-Augusta bands are under the direction of Janice K. Edgerton. The Galesburg-Augusta Band would like to thank Mr. Warren McKenzie, Assistant Director, MHSAA, for his guidance and cooperation. GA Band say, go Rams!
Galesburg-Augusta and Muskegon Catholic Central heading back out onto the field to start this second half. Muskegon the only score that first half, coming at the 10-11 mark of the second quarter on a fine drive.
Some of the first half numbers for you unofficially. In rushing, leading in the game so far is Scott from Muskegon Catholic, 55 yards on 7 carries. Eichhorst also with 55 yards on 8 carries. Riegler, the quarterback, he has the touchdown, as Tommy told you, 9 carries, 35 yards. And for Galesburg-Augusta leading the game, or leading the Rams rather, 39 yards on 11 carries, Mike Tyson. Interestingly enough, Riegler has attempted 6 passes, has yet to complete one, while Lemien is 2 out of 6.
Galesburg, who received to start the ball game, will kick to Galesburg, who actually won the coin toss at the beginning of the game, but deferred to the second half. So number 80, Greg Deshawn, will kick out of that western part of the field. And Galesburg will start moving right to left across your screen. Dropping back deep, Paul Sembita at his 14-yard line. Deshawn taking his time here. Now he moves up, and it's a squib kick, a low one, at the 36-yard line. And is storming up to the 50, Chris Martinez. 14 yards on the return, and once again, excellent field position for MCC.
Something that's interesting in this day and age of flashy symbols and so forth, Galesburg-Augusta, on their helmets, you have the player's number. And that's a nice throwback to what they now call the glory days of football back in the 1950s, early 60s.
Ball right on the big blue line, the Honolulu Blue. First down, Tommy Scott, that leading rusher that Denny told you about in the first half, won't add numbers. He'll subtract a 1.5 yard loss back near the 48.
Chris Schmidt right there. Boom, the big hit. Knocks him back for a loss, and he tries to get some momentum going, but Schmidt would not let go. Loss of 2 on the play.
Second and a long 11. Back in their own territory, showing blitz, the Rams. Off left tackle, breaks through the hole. Good running inside the 45 to the 44-yard line as they unstack it over there. That's 44, Brian Fidowa.
And he even hurdled one of his blockers in getting the yardage, and a man hurt down on the field at the 50-yard line for Galesburg-Augusta. Try to pick up a number for you. Go for it. And again, coming off the field, Kirk Juergens, who looks like was bumped severely by one of his own teammates on that last play. And he's coming off. You see him just limping slightly, but hopefully we'll be able to see him come back to action yet today.
So here it is, 3rd and 4 for the Crusaders. Trying to add some more points to their 6-point lead. Couple of fakes, and then finally the ball handed off to Jason Eichhorst, who has it over the 40 to the 36-yard line, a first down and a pickup of 8 yards.
And again, there's Jason Meek, one of the leading tacklers on this day for the Rams of Galesburg-Augusta on the stop. And straight ahead football coming right at you here from Eichhorst as he cuts back from going to the outside, and number 6 will enter your screen in just a moment. And with a crushing blow right there in the stop, Jason Meek again on the tackle.
Tommy Scott. Nothing there. A loss of 2 yards. Too much gold and maroon to meet him as he tried to start his move to the right side. 2nd and 12.
Pete Davis on the stop, one of the first times we've called his name today, one of the rocks, if you will, of Bill Maskell's team this year.
Guy that more than likely many feel is headed to Kalamazoo College next season to play some college football. On second down, some hard yardage, very hard pickup for Paul Zambita, who has it ahead for maybe a half a yard, but well, that's about it. Third and a long 11 coming up for Muskegon. Good shot high above the end zone. Another from field level here. The pitch out. This time number 17. The first time that Damon Armstrong has carried the football. Well short of the first down. Inside the 35 to the 33. A pickup of 6.
Yeah, Tommy, he'll be shy by about 3 yards, but he gets a whole bunch of yardage back in one fell swoop here. Again, he's going to dive over a guy, keep his balance, look at this, and just fall forward to pick up an extra 5 yards and take it down to near the 30-yard line.
They'll spot it at the 33. It is fourth down. They'll go for it. The pitch out. Tommy Scott with an orchestra of blockers behind him. Breaks through one man and gets it inside the 25 to the 24. That's enough for a first down. A pickup of 10 yards for Tommy Scott.
And again, Jason Meek with a key tackle, saving a possible touchdown here, as you see, cutting back and getting a good block right there, getting some open yardage, and Meek with the big tackle.
Brian Fido almost to clip that time as the Galesburg Ram kind of turned into him. Again, it's Damon Armstrong. Turns that right corner with a burst of speed. Dives for the sticks. Very close to another first down inside the 15.
We'll see if he gets a kind spot or not on that one, Tommy. It's going to be very, very close. Perhaps stepped out just shy of the yardage. As you see now, he gets his balance back, and now he sees the sidelines coming up, and he wants to get every inch that he can before he goes out of bounds. And let's see here. Very close, but I don't think he got it.
Yard and a half short at the 15. It is that Galesburg defense wearing down, you think? Rams looking for a stand here. Dale Silva. Eichhorst, rather, the ball carrier, looks to have enough for the first down to the 13-yard line. And sure enough, they'll move the chains. And a roar from the Crusader faithful.
We're starting to see the shuttle backs going on now for Muskegon Catholic. And this is helping them out an awful lot. Vidawa will come out on this play. And a big first down to the 14.
7:25, clock moving, third quarter. Muskegon on top and on the move here. 6-0, they lead it. Around the left corner, looking for the corner of the end zone. High stepping it out of bounds at the 1-yard line, inside the 1. The quarterback, Riegler, 13 yards.
Well, the quarterback stopped the quarterback here as Lemine stopped Riegler from getting into the end zone. He aims for the corner here, tries to put the football across the plane of the goal line, and just can't quite get in there. Also stepping for the chalk and just out of bounds at the goal line.
Nice camera work there.
Yes.
.204 rushing yards now unofficially. Close to midway through the third quarter. A quarterback sneak. Riegler has it in from a yard out. And Muskegon Catholic Central, who's won 2 Class B crowns in 1980 and 82, is up now 12-0 as they try to win one in Class C in 1990. Boy, a big haul there for the quarterback, Riegler.
Second touchdown on the game for Andy Riegler, as now the Muskegon Catholic Crusaders will go for the 2-point conversion.
In motion, Sembita. And again, Riegler keeps it, dives into the end zone. Riegler has scored all 14 points for the Crusaders. Timeout on the field with 7:09 to play in the third quarter. The Crusaders lead Galesburg-Augusta now 14-0.
From the 1, here's the touchdown for the Crusaders. And it's going to be straight ahead for Andy Riegler. He took it in from 6 yards out earlier, and he shows no question right here. He's just going to take it straight ahead into the end zone. From 1 yard out. 2-point conversion gets things back on track for Muskegon Catholic. They're up 14-0 with 7:09 to go in the third quarter, and now Bill Maskell's going to have to dig awfully deep into that huge playbook that he has accumulated through 40 years of coaching high school football as the Rams trail 14-0.
Yeah, the offensive ball is in the Rams' court now, so to speak. They've got to prove to Muskegon that they can move the football. It never really threatened deep in Muskegon territory today, as the big kicker and all-stater Rob Vanderleest teased it up at the 40-yard line. Back deep for Galesburg, Jamie Curtis, number 24, and Jason Meadows, number 28. Vanderleest, bounding kick. It's at the 28, takes a nice big hop into Meadows' hands. He turns it up midfield, some running room, and a good return up across the 35 to the 37-yard line.
Greg Shunta on the stop for Catholic, 205 yards. And again, we're not quite to the halfway point of the third quarter. A big, big ground game for the Crusaders. And there's the Galesburg-Augusta Rams huddling and trying to figure out what they're going to do here offensively.
Galesburg in the semifinals back in 1976, the only time since the playoffs started they've been in the playoffs until this year. On first down, a loss of yardage. No running room for Meadows.
Here's that tight defensive line we've talked about, and again, shooting through, just missing the tackle, but slowing him up enough for the second man through to slow him up, and the third man through to finally make the tackle. And this is what Catholic has done all day long. If it's not the first or second guy, it's the third or fourth.
Gang tackling. It was Pat Jackson, number 70, put the initial trip on to Meadows. 2nd and 11. Dropping back Lemian. In trouble, and he'll keep it. Plenty of yardage ahead, and well, he decides to go straight ahead, take some lumps instead of heading to his own bench. He'll get up a little slow, but he's got 8 yards.
Well, he served the nickname well that time as he just rammed into 3 Muskegon Catholic defenders. As you see, drops back, looks, nobody's open. He says, I'm going to go myself. And look at this. He's going to just pound, helmet first, right into these 3 fellas you see. Boom! Right inside the 40-yard line to the 44.
I didn't come here, he says, to run out of bounds in the state final. I want to play some football. And he mixed it up that time. 3rd and 4, pitch out. Tyson right side, looks to turn the corner, cuts it back. Looks like he's got a first down on a very fine effort for Rick Tyson. Boy, that spot's going to be awfully close.
Yeah, I think it's going to be kind to him. We'll get the indication here. It's going to be a wonderful run from Mike Tyson. You see, single setback offense. They go to the outside. The wall of blockers does its job, cuts back, and just pushes ahead for that extra little burst to give Galesburg the first down at the 48-yard line.
And much like Lemian, he really put his head down into those defensive tacklers of Muskegon Catholic. So a fresh 4 to work with. Galesburg still inside their own territory, but not by much. 2 yards at their own 48. The I formation, Meadows close, Tyson deep, the 10 of the I. Misdirection play, some good yardage. as off the end, Jamie Curtis came to get the handoff from Lemian, got it across midfield down to close to the 45, pickup of about 6.5 yards.
And Galesburg fans have to like this play. This is a sign of things to come, I think, for the Rams. Here we go as they go on the counter, and fine block right there to spring him free. And it's just speed that gets him the extra 5 yards. Good play calling that time from the Rams.
Winding down to 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. The clock moving. Galesburg trying to get some points on the board. Rick Tyson off right tackle. Trying to strip it again. This time was Bob Hoyne. He won't do it. And it brings up a third down. Forward progress of 1.5 yards for Tyson. It is 3rd and 2.
As you see Tyson with the number 43 in his helmet and 44 on his back. Galesburg, as many schools throughout the state, have a dark jersey number and a light jersey number. And today in the light jerseys, he's happened to be wearing the 44, but the 43 on his helmet, which he would wear every game.
Tyson beat Meadows close. Rolling out. Under pressure, getting in the way, and a beautiful grab at the 33-yard line. Lemian was decked, but somehow got it away to Jason Meek, who made a great catch at the 34-yard line, a first down for Galesburg.
He had to twist to hang on to this thing. Now watch, Lemian rolls out to his left, tosses it up there for him, and comes back, grabs it, twists around, and keeps it off his helmet. One hand off his helmet, tucks it into the number 6, and big yardage, a first down to the 34.
Great coverage by Jason Tester. He couldn't really do anything else. And suddenly the Galesburg fans alive. Jamie Curtis straight through the middle, but not much of a hole to run through. Progress will give him 1 yard, maybe 1.5 yards, down to the 32.5-yard line.
And he'll come out, get a chance to catch his breath for a minute. Second down and 8.
Excuse me, Danny, there you saw some of the Galesburg coaching staff. They have a bundle over there. Second down. The blitz is on, and sack. 75, Dan Zarimba.
Well, again, we've seen this a lot today, and just shooting in from the outside linebacker spot, and Zimmerman almost managed to keep him out of there. But the blind side, if you will, as Lemian was looking to his right. That's a big defensive play for Catholic.
Loss of 9, 3rd and a key 19, and an injured Ram back near the 50-yard line.
Dan Zarimba, there he is right there. He made a wonderful play shooting through to throw Lemian for the loss on the play. They're going to be looking at a 3rd down and about 15 coming up now. 1:51 to go in the third quarter, and again, rapidly moving ball game this afternoon from the Pontiac Silverdome.
Galesburg just trying to sustain some kind of drive. Had it 1st and 10 at the 34 of Muskegon moments ago, but a sack has dropped them back out to the 41.
Well, the Rams have used a little bit of flair on this drive, and I got to believe see more plays of this nature from them. Again, 3rd and 15, they're going to have to pull something out. As Catholic Central is starting to get old Mo back in their corner again defensively. They've done this an awful lot today. That defensive line and those linebackers have just done the job for Catholic. You see their faithful down there with the wave of green and gold, the MCC.
Enjoying this trip to Pontiac, to say the least. And the high school fans are always a big part of the success. Has helped up Lemian, who was the injured party, the quarterback. This time he gets ousted, and well, let's see now. Will we see Jamie Skidmore, number 9, to come in and run the offense? Sure enough, there he is. The junior quarterback who started a good part of the regular season for Bill Maskell's Rams. Screen play, Meek almost intercepted. Again over there was Big Dan Zarimba, the 5'11", 185-pound senior.
He lays back just for a moment and then shoots through and ends up just breaking up the pass. You see, here he comes, getting around the offensive lineman there for the Rams. Touches the football first, then the receiver. A clean block there for Zarimba.
So one play, that's all Skidmore will get to try to move the club in this series, is dropping back Meadows to his 45-yard line. Gets it off from the 50. It's a booming kick. Fair catch signaled for, but Zarimba will let it go into the end zone. A couple of Rams back there, including Jamie Curtis, but they won't get it. Touchback, and there is a flag out near the 24-yard line. Wait and see what that's all about with 1 minute and 23 to play in the third quarter. Looks like a personal foul going to be signaled, what, against Galesburg here? A holding, rather.
All right, we're getting the indication against the Rams. I only saw one flag down there. I was looking for perhaps a second one.
Is a personal foul against Galesburg. And it is refused. Muskegon Catholic Central says, just give us the football, we'll be content with that at the 20-yard line. So some type of unsportsmanlike conduct down there on the return, or the attempted return anyway.
Andy Riegler entering the huddle for Catholic. 2 touchdowns on the day, runs of 6 and 1 yard. And that's your score, 14-0. Muskegon Catholic Central leading Galesburg-Augusta.
Riegler checking out that defense under his big center. Out of the power eye goes to the tailback. That is 35, Jason Eichhorst, who has 2 yards to the 22. Clock continues to tick away in this third quarter. Down to 1 minute to play. A hole for Brian Fedewa. He's got it across the 30 to the 31-yard line, 9 yards and a first down.
And here's Fedewa. He's been one of those good ones today. Again, the hole. Skidmore has an angle on him, but he's going to cut against that. Get a block as well and power ahead. And these guys, once they're stopped, they're powering ahead for an extra 3 or 4 yards.
Rams again showing blitz. Those linebackers want to come. Tommy Scott likes to go to the corner. He does it again right in front of the Muskegon bench. Bolts out across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. Clock continues to move. Here we have a 4th down and 4.
All indicators would be that Catholic is going to go for it, and that is the end of the third quarter this afternoon.
We've played 3 quarters of football. Muskegon Catholic Central continues to lead Galesburg 14-0. getting set to start this fourth quarter, and they spoke there moments ago after the down marker was flipped to fourth down. It shouldn't have been. It is second down and 3 for Muskegon at their own 38. So a much better situation than 4th and 3. And off and again, it's Ryan Vidawa. He gets the call, and with second and third efforts, has a first down, but then he fumbles the football. And Galesburg is on top of it. Number 77, that's Jeff Switzer, the 6'4" senior.
Johnny on the spot to pick this up, and again, a good hit caused the fumble. As we see, Riegler hands off and going right into the line, and there it is. Boom, it squirts free, and you'll see picking it up is going to be Jeff Switzer for Galesburg-Augusta. Big pickup right there. And the Rams have the football a couple of yards into Muskegon territory.
First Muskegon turnover in the game, and I think it was 84 Rusty Smith who got the hand in, number 84, to cause that fumble. So Galesburg, a break here early in the fourth. Back to pass Skidmore, a lofty one over the top. Meek has it at the 20-yard line, and he's down to the 15. No flags. It's a first down for the Rams.
Well, a big pass right there by Skidmore. He threw this in somewhat double coverage. There was another receiver down there. Look at this catch going up high and pulling it down. Jason Meek down to the 16-yard line. Wonderful catch for the Rams. Biggest play they've had today, Tommy.
That's the second great grab he's made in as many quarters. Rick Tyson from the 16. Boy, a host of Crusaders. Five, six of them, you count them, as they unpile it. And Tyson has it to the 15, and there he is. Okay.
And a little slow getting up. They have been colliding down there in this ball game. Some hard hitting across the board. This has got to be the drive for the Rams if they're going to inch their way back into this. We've entered the fourth quarter. 10.5 to play. Galesburg trails by 14 points.
The least points they've scored all season, including the playoffs, 15 2 weeks ago in their win 15-13 over Schoolcraft. A sack. Skidmore couldn't get away. 77, Mark Bolash was the first of 3 Crusaders.
Rolling off to his right, couldn't get a man open and had nowhere to go as he was just trapped in right there. And good defense, as we see, 2 or 3 fellas for Catholic. Keith Barovic with the initial hit and the tackle.
Third and looking at 14-13. 3rd and 13. Double reverse. Fumbled football. 88 over there? It is. Eric Hinckley. Excuse me, that's 68. Keith Barovic, who was just in on that sack, and now he makes a bigger play, and the Crusaders get it back.
On the reverse, you see that Meadows, the exchange didn't quite work, and it squirts right into the hands. Right to him, to Barovic, and he's a big fella, but he's going to run down the field and pick up some big yardage, but more importantly, that just breaks all kinds of momentum for Galesburg.
Very much so. That's the danger of more than a couple of guys handling the ball on one play. Galesburg's D up to the test, at least on first down, as Jason Meadows puts the stop on Brian Fidawa after a pickup of 1.
Well, I can't believe you'll see many passes here, if so, short ones, because Catholic wants to eat time. We're down to 8:46 to go in the game. Catholic leading Galesburg 14-0.
Damon Armstrong, the 5'7" junior. Got it up close to midfield. A pickup of 8. He's to the 49-yard line, and another Ram is down at the 45 as Armstrong will get a breather as he comes off the field. 8 minutes, 26 seconds to play in this Class C title game. Very, very crucial third down for the Galesburg-Augusta Rams and their hopes, perhaps. They need to put a hold here on Muskegon's drive, get the football back, and power something themselves into the end zone. Our eye. Again, the call is just bowling his way for a first down. Brian Fidawa across the 50 to the 46, a pickup of 5. And a first down as they move the chains.
Power of football, the words don't suit this. Look at this. It's just more than that. He's going through 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, still pushing and twisting and diving forward every possible inch. That's what they teach you, and he was an example of that right there.
Carried big Kevin Wallace for 3 of those yards. Rolling out. Oh, just decked his Riegler, and the pass is overthrown out of the outstretched arms of the All-State tight end, Rob Vanderleest. And let's see who that was that got in there.
Well, that was the first pass attempt to Rob today, and they wanted to give him a moment in the sun offensively. And I'll tell you what, 2 steps away, just 2 steps away. There it is, boom, at the 22-yard line. Good pass, but just a touch overthrown. He beat the defenders.
Second down clock is stopped with 7:45 to play in the fourth quarter after that incompletion. Fidawa turns that corner and picks up speed as he does it. Pulls his way over the 30, down close to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of about 18 yards.
And here you go again. We've seen this all day from Muskegon Catholic. Fidawa, left side. He's going to outrun Skidmore right here. And cut back against it to give him a chance to just slow him up a touch. And there again, as we've seen a lot today, Jason Meek all around the football.
And a option play, but he stepped out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Out of bounds, number 35, Jason Eichhorst. Just barely out. Very much enough for another first down. First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Eichhorst, they got him free around the side. He just took off and just touched the white chalk on the right side there. And again, they're just at the 10. First down.
Pitch out, left side. Tommy Scott dodges 2 men, looks for the end zone. He's in from 10 yards out. Tommy Scott, 20-0. MCC's Crusaders. And they could be on their way to their first state title in Class C. They've won 2 in B in 80 and 82.
This is something Farmington Hills Harrison has done, and Schoolcraft. State titles in 2 different classes. Muskegon Catholic looking for those honors as well.
Vanderleest on to add the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good. Time out on the field. 7:19 to play fourth quarter. Muskegon Catholic Central 21, shutting out the Rams. They have nothing.
Green and gold football. Tommy Scott left side, shoots around, and again a fine block happens right there, and he's just going to flat out outrun Jason Meadows and Skidmore. Ooh, he puts a nice move on Skidmore, as you see, and that eliminates Meadows completely from the play. And it's just turn on the Jets, and even this time, this is one of the rare ones that we've seen Jason Meek miss today. And it's the 3rd touchdown on the afternoon for the Crusaders of Muskegon Catholic Central with a 21-0 lead over the Galesburg-Augusta Rams. 7:19 to go in the ball game, and there are the Crusaders cheerleaders. And high above the Silverdome, that's where they're pointing. They see themselves, the Crusaders fans. looking like right now they're going to go home happy tonight.
Offensively, not made many mistakes. Defensively, the same. That's what makes a championship football team. They've proven it under the roof of the Silverdome today. Galesburg still time, but boy, they've got to start doing something quickly. Flags on the play as it hits number 82, Greg Austin, at the 30-yard line. Now the squib kick again. The officials will talk it over back on the 30. Procedure call against Galesburg, who apparently were moving before that kick actually got underway.
And they're going to do this again. Catholic will tee it up one more time.
Now the referee signaling offsides there, so apparently
Okay.
that's the call. Either way, 5 yards, which will make it a kickoff from the 45-yard line this time around for Vander Leest. And boy, he's a guy who we haven't called a lot, Eddie, today. They're a big guy, and they haven't needed him.
They really haven't. It's been a true team effort, though. He's done a lot of things defensively that he hasn't been responsible for, but has helped out with his teammates.
Another low kick. Hits, and it goes out of bounds, or did it touch a Ram? Well, one official dropped the flag at the 21. Well, the other stands. If it did hit anyone, it was, again, Greg Austin. But it won't matter. We've got a legal procedure. Well, that's for the out-of-bounds kick. Now the two will get together and discuss it. I think one of the line judge there might have said that it was touched.
I think that was the thought originally, that it was touched before it went out of bounds. But now we're going to get the indication that it will be first down at the 21-yard line for the Galesburg-Augusta Rams.
So it indeed did touch Austin, and Galesburg takes over, down 21, and just 7 minutes and 9 seconds to work with. They've got to go 80, well, just about 80 yards, 79 exactly, for the first of what they need is 3 touchdowns.
It's a long haul, but we have seen in Skidmore the ability to throw the ball long. As that catch, the fine catch by Meek in the last drive shown us, he's going to have to get quite a few of those, but again, we'll see as they send twin wideouts.
On first down, let's see if they start to go to the air. Fake to Tyson. It is Tyson. A good fake by the quarterback. Tyson ahead, stays in bounds. It's all the way up to the 40-yard line. 19 yards on a good running play by Rick Tyson.
We've seen this a lot throughout the season. If you have watched Galesburg football, Mike Tyson, strong side, and here he goes. He turns on the burners, beats 2 guys, 3rd guy right there, keeps it going, keeps his balance before being hit at the 35-yard line. A big pickup and a first down for the Rams.
Inside is 6 and 40 now. Again, Tyson spun around at the 39. Falls forward to the 38 for a pickup of 2. And MCC will let him keep running those plays all they want. Galesburg's hand going to have to be forced to the air fairly soon here. Second and 8. Lemelin, who's back in to engineer this drive, is off straight ahead for decent yardage. Number 42, Paul Zimmerman, has about 5, 3rd and 3.
Only the 2nd carry on the day for Paul Zimmerman. He's played a lot defensively. Seeing him now coming out of the backfield as Meadows will be in the slot to the right side.
There is Tyson. Turning, juking, whatever he can do up close to midfield. Stopped just shy of it at the 49. 4th and a yard and a half. Galesburg will have to go for it at the 5-minute mark of this 4th quarter. No other choice but to do that.
Clock rolling along at the 5-minute mark in the ball game. 21-0. Muskegon Catholic leading Galesburg-Augusta. As part of that Muskegon Catholic defense that has done a job today.
And the Galesburg fans rising to their feet across the way. But it won't help. Paul Zimmerman again gets the carry, and he's tripped up about a half a yard short of that first down.
Mark Bolash will make a big hit right here to slow him down and bring him down. And again, it's been that defensive line for the Crusaders of Muskegon Catholic that has done its job.
And now the Crusaders can start to work that clock. 4.5 and it moves in the ball game. They lead 21-0. Got it just inside the 50 in Galesburg territory. So the Rams will be denied again on this day as Bob Coyne takes the handoff for a yard inside the 49.
And again, working down that clock is the key right now. Quite possibly Galesburg may have run their last offensive play. Muskegon definitely capable of using the rest of the time off the clock.
Well, if you're a Galesburg fan, all you can hope for now is a chance for a score. Off the right side, loss of 1 back to the original line of scrimmage. Is Bob Coyne once again, and the offense will come off. The starting offense anyway, and the reserves come into a standing ovation by this much appreciative Muskegon Catholic crowd.
Jason Tester and Andy Riegler just gave each other the biggest hug as they came off, and it said it all. Hey, we did it.
Shannon Frederick, the sophomore quarterback, who will begin his duties fully next fall for his team, pitches out to the left side. Mark Lewis, the junior, turns that corner. Ridden into the Galesburg bench, but not until he picks up 9 yards, close to those markers. Going to be just shy of that first down.
Junior halfback Mark Lewis, one of those guys who will begin to work on the defense of the title next September. Comes around the corner, beats Tyson right there. He's going to scamper around Jason Meadows and angle in and get some big yardage. And again, these are the guys of the future coming up for Coach Mike Holmes and the Crusaders of Muskegon Catholic Central. See player changes, quite a bit of them going on right now. Guys getting a chance to just get a couple of hits, or a chance to carry the football, or just to be on the turf during the game.
Fourth down and 3 for a first down, but Muskegon will just go for it here. Pitch out to the right side. It's number 21, Vince Bison, the senior. He's stopped short, and Galesburg will take over on downs. And Denny Cooley, there's Bill Masco, who possibly will be ending his career today for Galesburg.
I say this as an endearment, the grand old man of the game. 272 wins, quite possibly, if you will, the Nolan Ryan of high school football in the state of Michigan. I can't believe that that's going to be touched. If it happens, it's going to be quite a while before you're going to see that happen. Not many are that close. Believe me, 241 of them coming at GA, and 4 mythical state titles before the playoff structure. His first trip to the Dome, bless his heart.
If respect is a state title, he's won one.
Yep.
40 times for 40 years. He's coached 6 at Sheridan High School and the last 34 at GA. Quarterback keeper, Skidmore, from the 42 up near the 45. Pickup of only 2. The clock ticks under 2 minutes.
Maskill's the type of guy, he's the measure of success when you talk about raw coaching ability. He has had teams that have been very successful that maybe weren't as talented as others that went further. It's been something else. He has won 19, count them, 19 Kalamazoo Valley Association titles, 14 outright, 5 were shared.
Rick Tyson turns that corner. Afterburners pushed out at the 38. Good movement by Rick Tyson, a pickup of 23 yards.
Here's one talented fella. We've seen this a lot today. He just turns them on at the 50-yard line and out races 4 defenders going for the sidelines. Wonderful run again from Mike Tyson.
First down for Galesburg. Take the reverse, rolling out this time. It's Lemelin back in the ball game, and he's under pressure. Got to do something. Tripped up back at the 44. He'll lose about 6, and a flag on the play. That might be possibly roughing the quarterback. A late hit, personal foul. Sure enough, late hit, roughing the quarterback. Going to be called against Muskegon Catholic Central.
Again, we allude to what we talked about in the pregame show with Bill Maskill. There has been no, as of today, there's been no official indication that he will indeed step down, but there's been a lot of rumor to that effect as soon as the regular season was ended. His counterpart across town, if you will, in Kalamazoo at Hackett Catholic Central, Dick Soyson, made the announcement during the season, and I don't think he wanted to take any of Soyson's thunder, nor the other way around. They have much respect for each other on and off the field. And it's been a good rivalry between those two. It's going to be tough to think of Galesburg football, though, without Bill Maskill, if indeed that is going to be true.
Well, you couldn't have written a script any better than this. Of course, 40 years, 4 decades of coaching, and he could have gone out with a state championship, and he'll be the first to tell you that it never goes the way that it's always supposed to. There's some nice running room by number 24, Jamie Curtis, who has got it down all the way inside the 10 to about the 9. Good yardage from the 37 down to the 9, pickup of about 26.
Another one of those seniors on this squad. Jamie Curtis sheds a tackler right there and wants to just keep on motoring as the Rams want points. They have a shot at this here before this game is over with, and makes a nice move to get a couple of extra yards. And that's always the key, of course, when you're a halfback. You want more. You always want to get more yardage.
First and goal from the 9-yard line. Out of the eye, rolling out to his left. This time it's Skidmore into the end zone. Almost intercepted, looking for Meek, but the pass was well short of him and almost picked off over there.
Boy, he just does not hang on to this. It's going to be real close. We get a chance to look at it again. Skidmore throws the rainbow into the end zone. As we see coming back and just not hanging on to it. He had it right there in the numbers, too. Coming back to almost make the fine interception, Mark Lewis.
So the clock stops with 46 left on it in this Class C title game, and Galesburg would like a timeout. Trailing 21-0 late in the ball game, and just hoping to push some points off the board and end the shutout attempt by Muskegon Catholic Central.
We've talked about the historical aspect of Galesburg and Bill Maskill and so forth. This is the 8th playoff appearance for the Crusaders of Muskegon Catholic Central. As Tom mentioned earlier, that they had won state titles in 1980 and 1982 in Class B, and in Class C made playoff appearances ranging from 1978 through 1990, various years. And they went to the semifinals in 1981 as well, and this would only be the 3rd school to do this, to win state titles in different classes. mentioned Farmington Hills Harrison. Did it in A and B and Schoolcraft. Turned the trick back-to-back years, as a matter of fact, in 88 and 89 in Class D and Class C, respectively.
First time ever these two teams have met, and Muskegon Catholic will go one up in the Young Series now with a state championship that they'll enjoy in 46 seconds.
Good football tradition of Muskegon Catholic. They've been around since 1953 and many, many wins under their belt so far. And as you mentioned, 46 seconds away from a state title.
Skidmore with the eye behind him. Again, drops back, lofts it into the end zone. It is almost caught, but a great defensive play over there by Jeremy Bowie, the 5'5" junior, back in that secondary in the end zone to knock it away. 3rd and goal.
Well, this will freeze the clock, too, for Galesburg. They'll get the chance for the 2 more plays. As you see, Skidmore throwing it now to the opposite end, and a fine defensive play, just getting the hand on the football. Jeremy Bowie to bat it away. Otherwise, it was 6 points. Fine defensive play to cause that not to happen for the Rams.
So here we go again. Galesburg looking for some respect as Skidmore rolls out to his left, looking for the corner of the end zone, keeps it, and gets shoved out of the corner just outside the 1-yard line. Pickup of about 8 yards, and it will be 4th and goal from the 1.5-yard mark with 30 seconds to play in the contest.
Well, one more play for Galesburg-Augusta football this year anyway. As the referees talk about it down there, I did not see a flag.
Well,
there we go. We have a flag down at the 10-yard line. All right, we may have a procedure call going against Galesburg. That it's going to be.
Well, that's a tough one. It'll erase the pickup of 8 yards and back them up to the 14 to bring up 3rd and goal from there. But it still gives Galesburg a chance for a couple of more pops at that end zone. Plenty of time to do that as well with 30 seconds left. Throw set behind Meek. Looking into the end zone. It is intercepted. Or drops incomplete, rather. Bounced back up into the hands of number 20, Jeremy Bowie.
Went through 2 defenders, and Bowie almost hung on to that. Just got away from him just into the goal line. As you see here, Skidmore just drops back, and he will throw it against the grain. Batted away right there, and Bowie couldn't quite hang on to it. The man in front of Bowie at the 5-yard line tipped it in the air.
Fourth down, looking. Jason Meek has it at the 3. He's into the end zone. Galesburg, some satisfaction with 16 seconds to go. From 14 yards out, Skidmore finds Jason Meek. Who else has been the guy that has had most of the big plays when they've come for Galesburg this afternoon?
Look at the trophies on his helmet. You see that. He has had many big plays today, as throughout the season. He is something else out there on the football field for the Rams. Now on to the extra point attempt.
Place down, kick is up, and it is no good.
Greg Deshawn just missed this. Here we go. Here's the pass. Skidmore to Meek. Watch the job he does hanging on to the football and just getting into the corner. Skidmore again is going to get the block right there by rolling out to his left. Stops and carefully aims this thing right down toward his receiver. And a fine catch right here. Takes it in. The 6 points that put the Rams on the board as Muskegon Catholic leads 21-6. 16 seconds to go in the ball game. The Class C title.
That's got to be a good feeling, a very, very good feeling for Galesburg. No, they won't take the state title back to the Galesburg and Augusta area. But they at least get some satisfaction late in this game by wiping that 0 off the board. Want to take time, the Athlete Denny as well, to thank the entire crew for their help. And the cameramen providing some great shots in today's Class C title game. And to thank them for making us feel welcome. They do a good job here at the Silverdome.
Of course, all the staff here as well for always making us feel welcome and giving us the chance to come over here to view some football as well. We thank you.
The entire, of course, Michigan High School Athletic Association. Double your pleasure this year, 8 games. Onside kick, hits at the 50, and a good job to hold on to it is Shannon Frederick.
Probably the last play of the game coming up. 15 seconds to go. Catholic with the football.
As Muskegon starts their celebration, they'll let it tick away. They may not have to run another one. 3 seconds, the crowd counts it down. The Crusaders of Muskegon Catholic Central High School are the 1990 Class C Michigan High School state champions, defeating the Rams of Galesburg-Augusta today by the score of 21-6, and they celebrate down on the 40-yard line.
Onward to victory, I guess. You know, they look like Notre Dame. Maybe we can say that. It's wonderful.
And this
victory.
just happened
There you
moments
go.
ago. Yes, Denny.
Well, this is what high school sports is all about, right? Yeah, the Giants started this a few years ago. They're going to get Mike Holmes right here. The celebration will officially begin when the ice hits the coach.
Gets the small one first to get him ready for it.
That's right. And there it is. The champions have been crowned. And the coach has been doused.
That makes it official, I guess.
There you go.
The green and gold came west, looking for a Class C crowd, and they'll take it back with them.
11-2 mark for Muskegon Catholic. Galesburg-Augusta, nothing to be ashamed of. They go out with an 11-2 mark.
And there they are. For Denny Cooley, I'm Tom Duke. Thanks for joining us. The final score of this 1990 Class C Michigan High School football game. Muskegon Catholic Central 21, Galesburg-Augusta 6.
Teams for their achievements this year and their play here today. Muskegon Catholic Central and Galesburg-Augusta. At this time, we direct your attention to the field where William Newkirk, principal of Clare High School, a member of the Michigan High School Athletic Association Representative Council, will make the trophy presentation to the 1990 Class C runner-up, the Rams of Galesburg-Augusta. Accepting the runner-up trophy, Coach Bill Maskill. Mr. Newkirk will present the Class C championship trophy to the Crusaders of Muskegon Catholic Central. Accepting the championship trophy, Coach Mike Holmes.